Stop giving narcissists these important things, they feel this awful pain. Narcissists have to deal with this unpleasant truth when you stop giving them the attention and praise they want. Hey everyone! We're glad you came back to our little internet spot. We're going to talk about something that a lot of us can relate to today: how to deal with narcissists in our lives. It can be very hard to deal with narcissists, whether they are family, friends, or someone else close to you. If that's ever been you, you're in the right place because we're going to give you some good advice. Imagine that you finally decide to take a step back and stop giving them praise and attention all the time. What will happen next? What do they do when you stop giving them what they need? That's exactly what we're going to look into today. Allow us to begin. Picture this: you're changing how you deal with the narcissist in your life. You might be using the gray rock way or some other smart trick to keep things calm. Also, guess what? They're no longer the center of attention. This change can be very hard for someone who needs praise and attention all the time. Today, let us talk about what happens when the narcissist isn't getting as much attention as they used to. I promise it will be fun. As you deal with narcissists, you may notice that when they feel overlooked, they pull away or stop trying to reach out. There are several possible reasons for this behavior. They may be trying to show that they're in charge, they may have a grudge and want to get back at you, or they may miss being the center of your attention. Some people might even do crazy things to make their point. Everything they do, though, comes down to one thing: they want to be liked and accepted. They feel unsafe when they don't get it. When they break up with someone, narcissists often try to get them back. To get a positive reaction, they might bring up old memories, think about better times, or even go all out with gifts and romantic acts. Anyway, any response from their ex only makes them more sure that they're still in charge. There are times when this can become too much for the narcissist, who is sure they are right and watches their ex's every move. It's like seeing a bright neon sign when you're with a narcissist after a breakup. It's impossible for them to move on while they keep thinking about the past and what might have been. Their minds are like Everest when they let go. They're stuck in the past because they want to be liked and approved of, but underneath their confident exterior, they're full of doubts. Don't forget that narcissists won't respect your space just because you stay away from them. The most important thing for you is your mental health. If they keep crossing your lines, it might be best to stop talking to them altogether. They'll do anything to get back together with you. To get your attention, they might hang out with your friends or do sneaky things like looking through your personal things or even getting into your emails. Get ready for a rough ride if you let them back in. They will spread stories or start fights with your friends or use other methods to make things difficult between you and your friends. You should not talk to a narcissist because it is dangerous. Any threat to them is a clear threat, and they will fight back hard. It doesn't matter what you do to protect yourself. Any attention is good attention to them. Being around narcissists is like getting lost in a maze of mind games. After everything I've done for you, how could you treat me like this? Or you're wasting your life after all these years. They'll even try to blame you for their problems and make you feel like you're to blame. To keep their power over you, these people will do anything. They will use dirty tricks to make you feel bad, like taking advantage of your mental health, kids, pets, or other weak points. To stay in charge, they might promise to hurt themselves or even hurt other people. When things get tough, they may become violent or damaging, leaving a mess to scare you into giving up. A lot of the time, they use threats and punishments to keep you in line. Not only is it dangerous for you to question their power, but it can also put your family in danger. If they think they're losing control, they won't think twice about calling out your flaws or going after the people you care about. It's very important to be aware of these tricks and set clear limits. Ask family or friends you trust to help you get away from their harmful hold. People who are narcissists will do anything to get back their power and sense of worth when they feel rejected or ignored. To get back in charge, they'll use trickery, pressure, or even violence. They don't feel bad about the harm they've caused when they're reminded of it. They care more about their ego than the harm they cause. They want to be in charge so badly that they'll put other people and themselves in danger just to feel better about themselves. As we come to the end of our talk, it's clear that narcissistic behavior affects more than just one person. It can affect whole groups. Being aware of the signs of narcissism is very important if we want to keep ourselves and the people we care about safe. Narcissists will do anything to stay in charge, and what we've talked about today is just the tip of the iceberg. That's why having ongoing talks and making more people aware of this problem are so important for fighting it. Thank you for joining us today. If you learned something or want to share your own story, please let us know. Add your voice by leaving a message below. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and share this movie with anyone who might find it useful. In the description below, you can also find information about the free book and one-on-one sessions that you can use to get more help and support. Thanks for taking part in this important talk. We can all work together to make our neighborhoods healthier and stronger.
Here's the real reason why narcissists choose their family over you. Who says narcissists aren't loyal? They certainly are, just not to you. They are deeply devoted to the family that raised them. This doesn't apply to all narcissists, as some do despise their families, but today we're focusing on those who always put their family above you and your children. Why do they seem unaffected even when they claim to want nothing to do with their family home? Let's dive into this topic and find out. First off, the narcissist's family members are the ultimate enablers of their ego. They bolster the narcissist's sense of superiority without question. It's not out of love, but rather a desire to remain in their good graces. This symbiotic relationship means narcissists turn to their family whenever they face problems or conflicts. And what happens when they do? The family members unconditionally validate the narcissist's victimhood. They never challenge them to self-reflect or change. Instead, they sympathize and paint the partner as the villain, reinforcing the narcissist's delusion of being the ultimate martyr. Following this, the family says, "You made a mistake, but we are here for you." They rush to the narcissist's defense, rationalizing their abusive behavior and shifting the blame onto you. They argue that the narcissist's actions are a result of your shortcomings, pressuring you to change to better accommodate the narcissist. They might say things like, "They're under a lot of stress at work. You need to be more understanding," or "You're making things harder for them." They deflect all responsibility from the narcissist, insisting that you are the root of the family's troubles. The family will insist, "Our child is struggling because of you, and you're breaking up our family." This relentless defense of the narcissist positions you as the antagonist, regardless of how blatant the narcissist's mistakes are. They fight for the narcissist by shifting all blame onto you, protecting the narcissist's fragile ego at all costs. Why does this happen? Because they function as extensions of each other. They don't have separate personalities or a sense of self. It's all a unified front. Narcissistic abuse is a team sport, and they stick with their egotistical family members. A narcissist can be a parent, partner, or child. When discussing narcissistic abuse, people often focus on the individual narcissist. But it's crucial to understand that they're not acting alone. Their flying monkeys, the enablers, are always present, ready to do anything to support the narcissist. This group will lie, deceive, and even destroy to protect the narcissist, making it feel like a cult. Their mission is clear: protect the master, who is merely an extension of their collective ego. That's why I liken it to a team sport. Every member of a narcissistic family shares a common mindset. Whether it's the primary narcissist, the matriarch, the patriarch, or their extensions, they all think alike. These extensions are carbon copies of each other, devoid of individual thoughts. Naturally, narcissists act this way. It's absurd and childish, but that's their reality. No matter how grave the mistake, They will always stand by those who uphold the family's facade and protect each other. You might wonder if they're aware of their actions. Are they really that naive? They're not. They know the narcissistic family member has done something wrong, but they refuse to let that person feel guilty. Admitting guilt would bring shame to the entire hive, and they can't afford that. The shame is collective, and they will do anything to avoid it. Third, they are deeply entangled with each other. What does that mean? It means they aren't their true selves. Imagine a beehive to understand it better. They seem to function as one unit, merely reflections of the main narcissist's false self, often instilled by the patriarch. There's usually one person who doesn't conform. Can you guess who? The scapegoat, the one blamed or seen as the outcast. Everyone else who enables the narcissist eventually loses their individuality, becoming extensions of the narcissist's false self. In this enmeshed state, personal identity vanishes. They don't think or feel for themselves. Their perspectives are dictated by the family. Though enmeshment isn't the perfect term, it's what we use for lack of a better one. These people are constantly vying for dominance and approval from the narcissistic matriarch or patriarch. They deceive, hurt, and control each other while maintaining a facade of unity. It's a toxic dynamic. I've seen it firsthand. Both sides of my family, my dad's and my mom's, have engaged in these behaviors. My dad had brutal fights with his brothers, and my mom lied behind her siblings' backs, yet they all maintained this dysfunctional bond. They cling to this group out of fear of being excluded. The narcissist stays close to their family to avoid complete ostracism. In this black and white world, you're either absorbed into the collective or completely cast out. You, however, are always kept at arm's length. No matter what you do or give, they will always see you as an outsider. To a narcissistic family, being with you means betrayal because you've taken one of their own away. They punish you by never fully accepting you, always shutting the door on you. They prioritize their group over everything, even if it means neglecting their own immediate family and children. Your needs and well-being are secondary, sacrificed for the preservation of their toxic unity. As I've mentioned, abuse isn't exclusive to narcissists alone. It often involves the entire family, the so-called flying monkeys. These are the narcissist's brothers, cousins, and parents. They all conspire to bring you down, while the narcissist watches from the sidelines, playing the hypocrite. They know exactly what's happening, but pretend ignorance, or give you false hope with lines like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll talk to them about it." In reality, nothing changes. Behind your back, they're bad-mouthing you, deepening your isolation from this twisted cult. Fifth, the narcissist doesn't genuinely care about their family. Their allegiance is tied to how being with their family boosts their image. You need to understand it's a unified entity. One person's image reflects on everyone. Each member is tasked with upholding the group's facade. They present themselves as a wonderful, loving, compassionate, and welcoming family. If that's the image, everyone must contribute to maintaining it, no matter how fake it is, or how toxic things are behind closed doors. To be seen as part of this great family, they endure the dysfunction, regardless of the impact on their partner or their own life. In the end, a narcissist's loyalty to their family is driven by self-interest. It might be about money or legacy, something far beyond what you see. It's more than just support, validation, or image. Sometimes it's about the narcissist's delusions, their constructed future, or the pressure to maintain family unity. Whatever it is, it's never about genuine family care or love. Their bonds are self-serving, binding them in a web of shared deceit and manipulation. 6. They truly don't care about anyone. Although I mentioned their loyalty to family earlier, in reality, they are only loyal to themselves. They maintain a facade of familial devotion as long as it benefits them, creating a transactional relationship. When a family member calls them out or mocks them, their true colours emerge. They unleash all the pent-up grievances they've been harbouring, bad-mouthing their parents and siblings to you in the throes of a narcissistic injury. That's exactly what my dad used to do. The familial bonds within such groups are superficial, devoid of genuine connection or meaning. If anyone dares to challenge the main narcissist, they are swiftly ostracized and shamed. They might attempt to plead for acceptance, as my dad did, but if that fails, they are erased from the family's collective memory, no longer acknowledged in family records, books, or trees. They are cut off, and the family unit then withers, just as the narcissist's ego does. Why? Because their identity is tied to this hive-like collective. Without it, they are nothing. Their false self disintegrates. Seventh, narcissists wield loyalty as a weapon to maintain control. Their so-called loyalty to family is a calculated maneuver to keep everyone under their thumb. It isn't born out of genuine love or respect, but from a strategic need to preserve their power. They convince their family of their loyalty to ensure ongoing support and backing, which is crucial for their manipulative schemes. They use this perceived dedication to project an image of strength and unity, manipulating everyone, including you, into submission. Narcissists often create the illusion of a close-knit, supportive family to those outside their immediate circle. This facade acts as a shield, making it difficult for outsiders to recognize the abuse and chaos within. Loyalty to their family becomes a strategic defense, ensuring no one questions or exposes their cruelty. The family, in turn, feels compelled to maintain this image, even if it means overlooking or justifying the narcissist's harmful behavior. Eighth, family loyalty provides a consistent source of narcissistic supply. Narcissists thrive on the attention, praise, and approval they receive from others. By remaining loyal to their family, they secure a steady stream of this supply. Family members, conditioned to support and validate the narcissist, offer the admiration and approval the narcissist craves. This supply sustains their fragile ego and bolsters their inflated sense of self. When faced with challenges or criticism from outsiders, the narcissist retreats to their family, where they are guaranteed unwavering support and validation. This cycle reinforces their dependence on family for emotional sustenance, deepening their loyalty. The family, fearing the consequences of dissent, helps perpetuate the narcissist's delusions. Ninth, their loyalty stems from a fear of isolation. Narcissists are terrified of being alone and rejected, a fear rooted in deep-seated insecurities and unresolved childhood traumas. Loyalty to their family provides a safety net and a sense of connection that mitigates this fear of abandonment. The family's unspoken agreement to support one another shields the narcissist from their anxieties about loneliness. The narcissist's fear of being alone drives them to do anything to maintain strong family ties, even at the cost of their relationships with you and their children. This type of loyalty isn't born out of love or genuine connection, but out of fear. It's a self-preservation tactic. For the narcissist, their family is a safe haven where they know they'll be accepted and supported regardless of how terrible their behavior is. 10th, loyalty is merely a facade to dodge responsibility. They claim to be devoted to their family to avoid facing the consequences of their actions. By projecting the image of a loyal family member, they mask their abusive tendencies and deceive others into seeing them as good, loving individuals. This facade allows them to shirk accountability and maintain their control over their victims. When confronted about their abusive behavior, Narcissists often play the loyalty card, portraying themselves as devoted family members who are unfairly targeted. This tactic shifts the focus away from their wrongdoing and onto their supposed family devotion. When people perceive them as loyal and loving, it becomes difficult to criticize or challenge them. Their abusive behavior remains hidden because their calculated display of loyalty shields them from blame. In essence, a narcissist's family loyalty is complex and rooted in a deep-seated desire for control, acceptance, and self-protection. It's not a true reflection of love or commitment. It's a strategic loyalty that serves their needs and protects their fragile egos. Understanding the true nature of this loyalty can help you navigate interactions with a narcissist and protect yourself from their manipulative behaviors. Recognizing that their loyalty is self-serving and conditional can empower you to set boundaries and seek the support you need to break free from their toxic influence. When a narcissist plays with your life, this is one thing that will make them hit and go crazy. Welcome to another exciting episode. I want to extend my warmest greetings to everyone joining us today. Your unwavering support is what makes this channel thrive, and I genuinely appreciate your attention and dedication. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. It's a pleasure to connect with you all. Let's jump right in. Today, we're tackling a crucial topic: navigating life after dealing with narcissists. This video will shed light on the deceptive tactics used by narcissists and provide valuable guidance on how to respond effectively. We'll also explore the negative emotions that are essential for moving forward. To fully understand and benefit from this discussion, I encourage you to stay tuned until the very end. Let's get started on this enlightening journey. Narcissists, individuals who derive satisfaction from provoking emotional reactions in others, are notorious for their relentless pursuit of such responses. Despite causing significant harm and devastation, narcissists are insatiable in their quest for more. Even after inflicting pain and betrayal, they persist in their efforts. Their objective is to ensure that the abuse they have perpetrated leaves lasting emotional wounds that never truly heal. A narcissist's triumph lies in their ability to shatter your spirit, enveloping you in a cloak of sadness and darkness akin to their own. They thrive on the notion that you will remain ensnared in perpetual agony, unable to release the grip of pain and move forward. Instead of allowing you the catharsis of healing, the narcissist wants you to harbor bitterness and resentment towards them. This sentiment is all too common among those who have suffered at their hands. Within the depths of recurrent mistreatment, a bitter indignation takes root, fermenting into a relentless surge of anger and discontent. Yet, within this tumultuous storm, lies the seed of liberation. It beckons us to delve deep into the caverns of our emotions, to confront the fiery rage sparked by the mere mention or contemplation of the narcissist. Only by acknowledging the existence of this burning fury can we hope to transcend its grasp. To manage this tempest of anger, we must first confront it head-on, allowing its presence to be felt and acknowledged. For some, this may entail a cathartic release through vocalizing their harrowing encounters, while for others, seeking professional guidance attuned to the intricacies of narcissistic abuse becomes imperative. Whether through therapy or empathetic listening, finding avenues for expression and understanding is paramount in our journey toward healing. As we navigate this turbulent sea, proactive measures to safeguard our mental and emotional well-being become our guiding stars. Identifying and neutralizing emotional triggers, whether they stem from encounters with the narcissist or other sources, assumes paramount importance. Through a steadfast focus on sources of joy and fulfillment, coupled with discretion in engaging with the narcissist, we carve out a path towards inner peace and resilience. In this quest for personal healing and growth, prioritizing self-care and self-love over futile interactions with the narcissist becomes our steadfast resolve. For it is in honoring our own worth and nurturing our own spirits that we find the strength to thrive amidst adversity, emerging from the shadows of pain into the light of empowerment. In the realm of narcissists, masters of emotional manipulation and chaos, their disillusionment becomes starkly apparent when met with a wall of stoic silence. Opting for responses that undercut their self-importance rather than feeding it serves as a potent strategy for disentangling oneself from their web. By refusing to validate their ego-driven antics, one effectively deprives the narcissist of the sustenance they so desperately crave. Thus, the path to liberation lies in embracing self-improvement and cultivating inner peace as the ultimate rebuttal to their schemes. In essence, prioritizing one's emotional well-being lays the cornerstone for resilience and empowerment in the face of narcissistic influence. By quelling the noise of manipulation and nurturing a sense of serenity within, individuals reclaim control over their own lives. As this journey unfolds, fostering open dialogue and sharing experiences fosters a sense of communal support and collective growth. May this endeavor propel each individual towards a future brimming with fulfillment and prosperity. I invite you to engage with this discourse, amplifying its impact through likes, shares, and thoughtful contributions. Thank you for your attention and participation in this journey towards abundance and contentment.